This demonstration is meant to show how you can embed predictive models and analytics within a customer service application, as we talked about in our newsletter this month. What we're looking at here is Oracle Service Cloud. This is their customer service application. Prior to bringing up this record, we created a predictive model in an analytical application called Emcien. Using a banking set of data, we predicted customers who were likely to churn from the bank. We loaded that information into Oracle Service Cloud and appended that information to the contact records. As you see here, this is Daryl Anderson. Daryl Anderson is not predicted to churn. He has a few fields up here at the top, many different tabs down here at the bottom to capture information about Daryl. If we switch to a different contact, we'll see a different screen. The screen is basically responding to the fact that this customer is predicted to churn. We have less tabs here at the bottom. We have extra demographics shown here on the left. We brought their checking and savings account up to the forefront. This is all meant to give the service agent more information with which to talk to the customer about. Maybe most importantly, we have the launch retention script button. The retention script button is also reacting to the fact that this customer is predicted to leave the bank and is supposed to help the service agent remedy the situation. In this specific case, we've configured the application and run a script trying to direct the customer service agent to gather more information about the customer that may help us respond to their needs, respond to their preferences, and hopefully keep them at the bank. So first question here is, are you banking with anyone else at this time? We'll say yes. Say Bank of America. Okay. Do you currently have a home mortgage? We'll say yes. We'll put a rate of 5.5 in there. It asks if we have any children. We'll say yes. We'll say we have 2 children, ages 15 and 8. So what we've done is we've led that customer through a series of questions to help us gather more information about that customer in the hopes that we can initiate marketing programs for that customer and hopefully save them from leaving the bank. To see those marketing programs, we'll take a look over here at our campaign management application. Okay, so this is Marketo that we're using for the campaign management application. So as that data is gathered from our customer, it is run back through the analytical application and see if the predictive models pick up anything else about that customer we should know. And then it sends us through a series of marketing programs, which are here on the left. In one case, we've got a marketing program focusing on mortgage. People that fall into this category are those that have predicted that to want to refinance their mortgage. So we're looking for people with the propensity to refinance, and we're saying the fact that people have been predicted in the last 30 days. They're going to fall into this marketing program. So they're going to get an email from us that talks about refinancing and financing things like homes and mortgage rates. Other programs they might be dropped into is more aggressive programs. This is called the pre-approved mortgage programs. And in this case, they are not predicted to want a student loan, but in fact, they're predicted to be pre-approved for a mortgage. So this is the aggressive refinancing flag that the analytical application is identified as true, that they would be responsive to something like a pre-approved financial plan. Then finally, the last program talks about student loans. These are people that are predicted to want and qualify for a student loan in the last 30 days. So each day, as we gather more information from the customer service desks, We're throwing that information back into the predictive models, and then depending on what scores those customers have or don't have, they are dropped into a various marketing programs to help either cross-sell or, in this case, try to retain that customer. The other use case we want to talk about is getting a brand new customer signed up. Okay, when we create a new contact, we want to know as much as we can about this customer off the bat. Let's start a new customer. Here, we'll make them female, senior citizen. We'll have no dependents, no partnerships. Okay. We'll give them, let's say, $800 in checking and $100 in savings, just to keep it simple. We'll sign them up for paperless billing. Okay. When we save this record to the database, it's going to check with the predictive model, saying, based on this information, what do we know about the customer? In this case, right off the bat, on customer initiation, we think that this customer is probably going to leave the bank pretty quickly. So what we're seeing here is, even though they're a fairly new customer, what we do know about them is not good news for the bank, and we can start retention programs right away. So again, in starting with, instead of having to try to market to an individual, guess what their needs are, guess what their preferences are, our predictive models are helping us get a head start on that right away.